Hello LEGO fans, Bricks Unbound here with another Building Hogwarts update. I think I mentioned it in maybe my last haul video, but I did start work on another part of the castle, another larger section. So that's what this is going to be about. Go ahead and zoom out here. So it's not necessarily super obvious what part of the castle this is because it's not as prominent of a location. I tried to kind of set it up so it is at least in line with the bell towers here. This is obviously turned the wrong way. It should be turned 90 degrees, so then it would be in line with the Great Hall coming down here. But that's not how it is yet. But this is, let's see if I can bring up a picture here. So I'm going to be putting the library and kind of the upper floors here and the Charms classroom underneath that. So that's what I'm using this section for. I don't know if it's ever said for sure officially what it is. But here we go. So zoomed out picture of this far end of Hogwarts. So there's the bell towers on the far right side there. And then let me get zoomed in here. It's hard with just one hand. Okay. So bell towers down here. This is the long gallery section in the middle. And then this is where I'm putting the library and the Charms classroom. So it's a very strangely shaped part of Hogwarts. It's not symmetrical at all. It's got a tower over on one side, and then it just has a slope thing going on. So it's kind of a weird looking section of the castle. And this is the work in progress. It is actually just pretty much a facade right now. You can see if we look around the back side of it. I was just trying to figure out approximate height and approximate design. I'm not very happy with how this big window is looking right now. Again, this is just like the first rough drafts of it. I think I want to figure out something to do other than using these window pieces all the way up. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get that because it has some nice arches and things in that window. If you look at the official model here, I know that the color is going to be all wonky, but you at least get the idea. Need to figure out a way to make it look a little bit more interesting like that, but it's in progress right now. I think the height is pretty good. If I can figure out a way to get that curve to work better, I'll probably shorten it by a brick or two because it does need to line up pretty well with the section behind it. So how this works, excuse all the mess over here, but how this works is we have the long gallery comes down here. There's a big tower, similar in design to the bell towers, but there's a big tower in the center here that goes up. And I'm gonna probably put the Ravenclaw common room in that. So this kind of strip of Hogwarts with this sort of Charms classroom. Of course, Flitwick is head of Ravenclaw House Library because, you know, learning, that's Ravenclaw's thing. So I'm just gonna put Ravenclaw Tower in that large tower in the middle. I think that makes a lot of sense that they would be above the library since that's kind of their whole thing. So happy with how this is going to work out. I was originally planning on putting the Charms classroom within the long gallery here, but I think this works better for it, and it gives me half of this that I can decide what I'm going to do with. I'm thinking I might use it for constructing the troll scene from the Sorcerer's Stone film. So I have that girl's bathroom there, maybe. Although it's a lot of space, so maybe I'll come up with something else to put there instead. No real detail in the interior here yet for this section. I have mapped out kind of how the Charms classroom down here is going to look. And then the library will be up in the section above, as I said. So I'm thinking I'll have, you know, bookcase. They'll be running this way, going down. There'll be a small little walkway in between, another row of them here, and then probably some thinner bookcases that are just pressed up against the outer wall here, running all the way down. So I think that will look pretty good. This design is pretty much taken exactly from the Beelzebub Darn Adventure book, so I can't really take too much credit for that. I've seen a lot of people doing bookshelf designs the way similar to this way before that book came out, so it's not necessarily a very unique design, but I think it looks good. I like especially how you can use the different sized jumper plates to offset the books a little bit, make them look like they're different sizes, or some are pulled out further. So I think that's a pretty nice design. I might change up a few things about it, especially maybe colors to get a little bit more variation in there, but it should do the job. Charms classroom underneath, it's a little dark. These floors can be removed. It's just all tiles in between them. But for the sake of the video, I don't think that's necessary. Obviously, this is the wrong Flitwick, the wrong Harry and Ron if you're doing the Wingardium Leviosa scene. But again, I was just trying to figure out spacing on this. I think it's coming along just fine. Maybe I can do something to make these a little bit more interesting, because right now it's just bricks and plates stacked, so it's just completely solid, flat. But if I could get a little bit more texture in there, that'd be kind of nice. Similar to what I did in the Great Hall, for the back walls here, I did use those crate pieces to give it a little bit more visual interest, although it is actually kind of hard to pick up that detail on the camera. So right now this room's a little boring, but it's just the first draft of it to figure out spacing wise. There is this extra space off to the side. Haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with that yet. Maybe it'll be a spot for like a staircase to go down a level or up a level, or maybe it'll be a secret passage of some kind. Haven't quite decided yet, but that will be coming sometime in the future. And that really does it for this video, but I am excited to actually get building on the next large section of Hogwarts. I did do a little bit more work here as well. You can see I actually finished off these walls going across. I had enough of these slope pieces to finish both sides of the roof there, but obviously not even close to having enough to finish the top. I have maybe 10 pieces left, so it takes hundreds and hundreds of those slope pieces just to do one section of Hogwarts, but it's looking pretty good. But let me know what you think. I'm happy with how this is going. I just need to figure out how I want to do the arching on that window. And please come back for more videos. Thank you for watching.